Good morning, Miss Lawrence. How are you today?
Good morning. I am doing well. Thank you for having me today.
Great. It's always my pleasure to see you. And thank you for taking the time to speak with me today.
Of course.
So today, I am curious. How did you hear about the Leaguers and what motivated you to enroll your son with us?
Great questions. I heard about the Leaguers actually word of mouth from my sister. She told me about a school that was up the block from my house, so convenience. And I remember I was looking into it online first, and I was like, okay, like I'll look into it. You know, when you're just like dashing it away. But I'm like, okay. Eventually, I got to it, and I was looking online. I was looking at the curriculum, and I said, okay. Because originally what I was looking for my 2-year-old son at the time was something where he had structure, where he was with other children, there was a curriculum, and he was in real school basically. And before I did make the leap to transfer him over to the Leaguers, he was at another school. And I believe I had him in this school because I thought it was like gonna be his level, his speed. It was, you know, it was right up the block, like literally 2 blocks away. Convenient, I thought. It was a family-owned business basically. And I remember when I got in there, it was just like, okay, like this is calm. You know, you have different classrooms. They show you around the food schedule. He had specific allergies, so I know they told me like I would have to bring in my own food and everything like that. And I said, okay, no problem, because you know a lot of people cannot deal with children with allergies specifically, and that was my main focus. He was there for a little while. I want to say like maybe 3 months. The first month or the first week that I had him there, it was hard as a parent transitioning from having your child every day with you to now bringing him into this environment. I'm not there. I'm not knowing what's going on. And it was just such a nerve-wracking feeling. I remember the first day when I did drop him off, I was crying. I was like, oh my God, like I can't believe this. I'm dropping him in. And aside from me crying, he was also crying as well. And I remember I was feeling so bad because I'm like, okay, why is he crying and this, that, and the third? But they told me like, he's gonna adjust. A month in, I don't know if he just didn't adjust or he wasn't comfortable. But as a parent, you know, you see those things and you're like, okay, what's going on? Like, why don't you want to go here? You used to put up a fight with me. I mean, he was running down up the stairs trying to tell me, Mommy, don't leave. And I'm like, okay, what's going on? I remember at the time, like his teacher used to send me pictures, and she's like, oh, he's not playing with the other kids. He's by himself, or he's staying under me. So I assumed that he saw her as a mother figure, because it's like, you know. So he isolated himself from the children. He wasn't really interactive with them. He ate his lunch that I made him from home, and that was that. I think after that, after a while, I did get pulled aside from the teacher, well, one of the teachers, and they told me, you should transfer your child out. And you know, hearing that from a place that you have your child is like, okay, well, why? And they told me because this is not where he needs to be. It was more like a daycare setting. And you know, I don't need anybody to babysit my kids because I could have just did that at home. It was more like I wanted structure. I wanted a curriculum. I wanted to know that he was learning this, that, and the third around other children and, you know, interacting with them. And so I said, okay, I took that advice and ran with it. I transferred him out, and I know my sister did tell me about that school of the Leaguers, and I did look into it. I looked online, and that's when I made the switch. I believe the first day that I brought him into the school, he ran out of my arms to go into the school, and I was like, okay, like now I'm comfortable, and I did not cry. He was comfortable like almost immediately. The teachers told me everything. I didn't have to bring in my own food for him because remember, other children have allergies too. So they adhere to allergies, and that was really important for me with the milk and a dairy allergy, peanuts. It's no joke. So they prepare the meals, and that already sold me alone. I remember they told me this is the curriculum that's gonna happen, this is what they do on certain days, and I immediately knew, like, you'll have that feeling where you just know that yes, this is where I need to be, or yes, this is the job for me, and immediately I said this is the place where he needs to be.
Excellent.
Yeah.
I'm so happy for you, and we are excited to have you and your son with the Leaguers. So tell me about your experience as a parent.
My experience as a parent with my son attending his first school was I was excited actually. I think because I was more so into the whole fact of, okay, I can be this parent that's active in my child's school, because I have parents that were also active in me and my sisters and my siblings' schools as well, and I believe that's very important as a parent to be, you know, hands-on with your child's education, knowing what's going on, knowing what they're feeding them, knowing what they're learning each day. They're coming back home with projects, and being a parent here at the Leaguers with my son attending, I mean, I have had nothing less but a great experience. I mean, even to the point, I was elected as the PTA president on the parent committee.
Oh, you serve on our parent
yes,
committee.
Yes, I do. I'm currently
right.
the PTA president,
Okay.
and I'm also the policy council rep for the Leaguers as well.
Oh,
and
you also have a little secret too. You don't just serve on the policy council. Please share with us what your role is on the policy council.
So my role on the policy council is a lot of different things. We organize meetings. We have meetings at the end of every month on a Tuesday. We orchestrate different business plans, different things that go on throughout each site, like financial budgets, different events that we host, and just things that need to be worked on. We get the opinions from the parents and different staff and things that need to be worked on, basically, because a lot of things don't happen like that.
Okay,
you know,
so you are a big part of this decision making.
Basically,
and here
yes.
at the Leaguers, the parents' voice in the decision making is very important.
Definitely.
To the agency. On the policy council, you serve as our chairperson, and you have been you've attended some events.
Yes.
Tell us about those.
Our recent event that they had sent me to was in Minneapolis, the
National Head Start Conference.
Yes, exactly. And honestly, it was a great experience. I mean, it was my first time attending one of these, and I was excited. I mean, I remember telling my mom and them, I'm like, oh my god, like, I'm about to go out here, I'm about to see all these different things and just learn different information and bring it back to the Leaguers to explain everything. And it was great, actually. I remember one of the conferences that I did sit in was how to communicate anything to anyone. And just a long story short, it was basically like, you know, we think we know people based on what they tell us, and we try to interpret our own meanings behind what they say, and it's just like, take it for what it is and don't try to switch it to anything else. And also, you know, we learn different things on how to communicate with our children better, because sometimes we think that screaming at our children and just acting in erratic ways is what helps them learn and grow, but it hinders them more. So it was a lot of good conferences that I was in at the National Head Start Association. It was great. I'm very excited to go to the next one.
Great. So I think that is all of the questions that I have for you. Do you have anything else you would like to share about your experience?
I want to say that if you are a parent that is interested in having your child in a school or just somewhere where you want them to grow or feel comfortable, I say assess where they're going. Feel it out, because again, you don't want to just put your child just anywhere. You want to make sure that they're comfortable there, they're growing, they're thriving, and that you're also included in their education, because I believe that a parent's just face there shapes a lot, and it helps a lot, and it helps a child to grow and know that they have somebody there that cares and that's showing up and showing out for them. So yeah, I mean, my experience at the Leaguers has been nothing less but great, and bring your child too.
Well, thank you so much, Ms. Lawrence. On behalf of our CEO, Mr. Walter K. Fry, our Chief Program Officer, Dr. Kiera Evans, our Director and Associate Director of Parent Family Community Engagement, Mr. Fahim Pollard, and Ms. Michelle Bell, we thank you for joining the Leaguers family, and we are so happy to have you, and we look forward to growing and you learning here at the agency. Thank you so much for your time today.
Thank you so much for having me, Ms. Dawn.
It was my
Thank you.
pleasure.